So, morning.
Good morning, everyone. Hope you're well. We'll take a show of hands for questions, please, with mics on either side of the room, and we'll set an embargo partway through for 10:30 p.m. on Saturday evening. We'll start with Mark.
Good morning, Enzo. Some people see the Community Shield as a glorified friendly. Other people see it as a major trophy. What does this game mean to you on Sunday?
For me personally, it's a trophy. And when trophy is there, final is there, you have always tried to win the game. So no friendly game at all. It's a trophy that we're going to try our best to win the first trophy.
City had pretty good results against Arsenal last season in the league, obviously beat them in the Carabao Cup final, but they finished 7 points behind them in the table. How tough will that gap be to close this season?
Arsenal show in the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years that they have been always there. It's a fantastic team, well managed, well coached from Mikel. And again, last year they won the Premier League. They show how good they are in this moment, but at the same time, we are City, and we're gonna try to close the gap and try to compete again.
And can you just give the fans an update on Rodri? We understand he's back at the club today. Are you expecting him to be a City player at the end of this window, or are you starting to prepare for life without him?
First of all, as already said, window transfer is open. We can buy players, we can sell players, anything can happen. I just saw Rodri now in the building. I gave him a big hug. He looks good, so we'll see what's happened.
Enzo, hello. Do you really want to strengthen your squad at this stage? Do you feel it needs strengthening, given the potential departure of Tijjani Reijnders as well?
For sure, there are things that we need to do. Now, how many? I don't know. Can be 1, can be 2. Depends also if players they're gonna leave. So depends a little bit. But again, now in this moment, I think 48 hours for a final. My first final in this club. I will try to win the first trophy. So my focus in this moment is not about players that they can leave or players that they can arrive. The focus for me personally is just how we can prepare in the best way the game and try to win the final.
Would you want a player that you know very well in Enzo Fernandez? The rumours persist that Chelsea wants £120 million for him. Would any move for him depend on Rodri leaving Manchester City?
No, in this moment, again, I have to give you the same answer since day one, and will be always the same. It's a player from another club, and I don't think it's correct to speak about other players. In the same time, I don't think it's correct when other clubs they speak about our players. So that's why I'm not going to say nothing about players that they are not with us.
So just finally, will you be chatting to Rodri today then?
As I said, I just give him a big hug there. Now we have time to see each other a little bit more when I will be in the building.
Hi, Enzo. I know it's only the first match, but what do you expect to see from your intake on the team on Sunday?
It's important that we continue to grow, we continue to improve. I think the preseason has been good because game after game the team has improved. Now the preseason is finished. Now we need to compete, we need to win games, we need to win title. What I want to see is the right spirit to continue to improve, and again the right mentality to win games and title.
And about 2 specific players, we didn't see Savinho on the pitch yesterday. Is he okay to play on Sunday? Is he a player that you want to keep in the club?
Again, Savi yesterday was not part of the session. The reason why he was a little bit ill. We see it today. The session is in the afternoon, so we see how it's today, and then we decide.
And do you want to keep Vitor Reis in the club or going another loan for him? What's the plan?
No, at the moment Vitor stay with us. Then we see until the window transfer close.
Hi Enzo. Erling Haaland sat out the last part of yesterday's training session. Is he okay?
Yeah. No, he was okay. Yeah, he was okay. He had just small things behind the heels, but he was okay.
Okay. Are there any other fitness issues going into the weekend?
No, the only one is Ryan McAidoo, that, as you know, in pre-season he had a small problem, but he's already work with us, so everyone is fit, knowing that some of them, they are just arrived 2 days ago.
Yeah, and just with Rodri, obviously he's coming off back surgery this summer. What's his programme going forward? He's
now rehab. When he's ready to start training session with us, and this is the program for him.
Hi Enzo. On Tijjani Reijnders, is it the same situation as James Trafford and Marmoush, where last season has kind of influenced this one?
Probably yes. Yeah, probably yes. As I said, they all work every day. They all do session every day, and at the end of the week, they won't all play a game. When they don't play, they struggle to understand, or they struggle to see the reason why. And I can understand that, after one season, some of them, they would like to play a little bit more. So it's a normal situation.
But obviously, Tijjani was with you in Asia, and I guess you would have spoken to him, and when you played him, you told him what you wanted from him and the different roles. Have you not been able to maybe convince him to stay or talk to him about what you would have wanted from him this season?
It's a bit difficult to convince players when they are already convinced. So you need to change, their thoughts. That is not always easy. And again, it's Tijjani situation, like probably James Traff situation, some more players. But I think when the club, the player, the manager, they all think in the same way that probably the best decision for some player is to go. You have to go.
Just in terms of his playing style in the friendlies this season, we saw him carrying the ball quite a lot. The kind of stuff that you seem to want from the players. How obviously, I guess he's going to go, but how would you have liked to use him this season? What did you talk to him about as like maybe his best position?
About who?
About Reijnders still, sorry. About Tijjani.
Tij is not official, it's not done officially, but we see in the next hour. I already spoke with him a few times in pre-season, and then we see at the end if he is going to leave or if he's going to stay. We try to.
I meant his style of play. Like when you spoke to him, did you talk to him about what you like him to do?
Yeah. In the way he was playing in the pre-season games, I was quite happy with this performance overall. Knowing that probably, because I know Tij from Italy, from Milan when he was there, so I know him quite well. I know that probably there he was playing in a different position. He likes to play a little bit more deep than more higher in the pitch. But again, in the preseason he was good. Now we see what's happened, and then we decide.
Hi Enzo. With Bernardo Silva going, with Elliot Anderson arriving in that midfield, how big a task is it, and what are the challenges in constructing a new midfield without Bernardo and with Elliot?
It's a big challenge. First of all, because Bernardo, show how good he is on the ball, off the ball in these years. But again, Elliot arrived. We are completely sure that Elliot is doing a great job for this club in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. No doubt about that. They are different player. But we're going to try to use Elliot in the best way for him and for the team.
And with the possibility of maybe some other midfielders arriving, with the possibility of maybe Rodri going, how difficult is it for you to plan for this season and to work out what it's going to be like in that part of the pitch?
Again, we see what's happened. Bernardo already left. We see what's happened with the rest, for sure. With Bernardo, John, Ake already. We see what's happened with some more players. But there is a change in this moment. And in the moment that the window transfer is closed, we need to be good enough to find as soon as possible solution for the players, for the team. But again, we are in a moment where, player that they were here for many years, probably they already left, probably they can leave, and that means that there is a change, and we're going to try to do our best.
There are suggestions that Chelsea have set a deadline of today for any bids for Enzo Fernandez. I know you won't speak specifically about individual players, but do you anticipate having to do any transfer business today?
Not today, to be honest. I don't think we're going to do something today.
We'll set the embargo there for 10:30 p.m. on Saturday evening. Start, Martin.